Victorians are digging deep this Easter to raise money for the Royal Children's Hospital's Good Friday appeal. This year, the aim is to raise $22 million for sick children. Joining me now live is Rebecca Cowan, Good Friday Appeal's Executive Director. Rebecca, thank you so much for joining us. Firstly, what's your hope for this year's Good Friday appeal?
Oh, hello, Danica. Wonderful to be here. Look, our hope this year is to raise, like we do every year, as much money as we can for the Royal Children's Hospital. The community every year is so generous, and we're seeing it this year again. And as you can see, we've got thousands of people down here today at the MCEC, but also across the state. There's people out there shaking tins, they're doing fundraisers, thousands of volunteers as well. So everyone's coming together, and I'm sure we will raise a huge amount of money once again.
Absolutely, and it's so good to see everyone out trying to raise as much money as possible for this such important cause. And how important is even just the smallest of donations?
That's what the Good Friday Appeal is about. Every dollar counts, whether it's $1, $5, $10, whatever you can give, it all adds up, and it really creates meaningful change. It's life-saving change, and it impacts all Victorians, but also we know that children across Australia and internationally also need the support of the hospital.
And we've just seen some vision of the Teddy Bear Hospital that we've seen many children go into today. Tell us a bit about that.
The Teddy Bear Hospital is one of our favourite fundraisers here today because it involves lots of children taking their teddies in, and they get to experience what it's like to go to a hospital. They take their teddies in, tell them that they're sick, and then they go and have, like, it could be a CT scan, or they go to surgery. So it gives them the experience of what it's like to experience the hospital, but in a play and funful way. But also all the students down here are students from Melbourne University. There's about 1,000 of them, and they're volunteering their time as well. So it's a really special fundraiser that we have.
Yeah, it certainly is. Can you tell us a bit about the work of the team at the Royal Children's Hospital and just the care that they provide for the sick kids?
Look, everybody knows someone who's needed the care of the hospital, and no one wants to have to be at the hospital, but if you do, it's the place to be. You know, it's in the top 5 children's hospitals in the world. The team there are best at what they do. They're so talented, but at the same time, the care and the empathy and the love that they have and that they provide is just first class. And they very much focus around not just the patient, but the whole family, because there's so many siblings and parents involved in this as well. And it's making sure that the whole family is really supported as they go through that process.
And just how difficult is it for parents or carers to have a sick kid in hospital?
Oh, it's very testing. I mean, I'm personally myself have, and most people, you know, if you have, it's really challenging. But what they say time and time again, the parents, I was talking to parents this morning about it, the hospital saved their child's life, and it means so much to them. And the support that they receive from everybody at the hospital, whether it's their doctor, the nurses, other clinicians, through to the cleaners, everybody is there to make sure that their stay is as happy as it can be in that time. And especially for those that are there for a long period of time, they want to make sure that they're really cared for in a particular way.
Yeah, absolutely. Rebecca, what would be your message to people for this Good Friday appeal?
Message from the Good Friday Appeal is a very big, heartfelt thank you to everyone who's already donated. We really know that the Victorians and the whole of Australia is extremely generous. If you are in the position to give, please donate. You can donate at goodfridayappeal.com.au or buy a $10 raffle ticket, or if you see someone out on the street shaking a tin, put a few coins in there. As I said, every dollar counts, and it really does create meaningful change and impacts the lives of sick kids and their families.
Absolutely, such an important cause. Rebecca Cowan, thank you so much for joining us, and all the best with today's appeal.